Hello guys, welcome back to the Kilohertz Mercedes channel. Now I hope you're all doing alright in these strange and unprecedented times, and that you're all safe and well. So for today's video I'm going to be doing a product review, and that's quite literally just arrived now in the post. Now I've got myself a pair of aftermarket, sequential, or sometimes known as dynamic, wing mirror indicators. Now you may have seen these on eBay and Amazon for the last year or so. Now the reason why I've not bought a set already and done a review is because I like to do a bit of research and make sure that I get a good quality unit and not the cheap and nasty ones. So hopefully the ones I've got here are pretty good. So if you're sitting there and you've got no idea what I'm talking about when it comes to sequential indicators, let me explain in detail exactly what these are so we're all on the same page. During the past decade or so, various high-end cars from the likes of Audi have started featuring models with LED indicators and brake lights, with lights that instead of just flashing on and off, appear to move outwards as they flash. This of course has caught on and can now be found on virtually all new models from the big players down to smaller, more budget brands. Now it is worth mentioning that Ford did bring a version of the sequential lights, non-LED of course, to the Thunderbird model in the early 60s. Now technically they don't really offer any safety benefit over standard indicators, unless maybe you could say they're more noticeable, so it's a purely cosmetic mod. Aftermarket versions of these lights have started appearing on eBay and Amazon, which I'll be testing today. Okay guys, so let's open up the box and have a quick look inside the pack to see exactly what's included. Now here of course you get the actual pair of indicators, both left and right. And also included is a handy plastic trim removal tool, which will be vital for removing the existing indicators out of the mirror housing without breaking any of the plastic trim. Now also included is a T10 hex tool, which is used for removing the screws inside both indicator housing. Looking up close on the actual product, I'm pretty impressed by the quality of the item in fact. On the back it has a part number embossed as well as an L and R. And turning it over to the front, now I'll just remove this plastic protective cover. You can just make out the European E safety mark, as well as the circuit board just visible through the actual unit. I'll just flip it over again to have a look at the back. You can see here that all the clips and fittings are actually decent quality. Now generally with these aftermarket lights, normally really poor quality and snap off easily. Not here however. And finally, here's the connector with the weather shielding around the pins. Now this here is the clear difference between the earlier and cheaper versions, some of which had no shielding and some even require you to solder the wiring directly onto the car's loom. So yeah, first impressions, pretty good. Looks pretty sturdy and well made. Okay, so next up we need to go out and remove the actual housing from the wing mirror and swap the light units over. However, before we do that, let me introduce today's sponsor, the Mercedes-Benz owners. So the Mercedes-Benz owners have been around for years, providing Mercedes enthusiasts with many great benefits, such as an award-winning monthly magazine, discounted car insurance through their preferred partners, discounts on parts, services and repairs with many main dealers and independents up and down the UK, are just to name a few of the benefits when becoming a member. Additionally, there is their forum, which is full of useful information, meetups and the latest Mercedes news. Now the guys at the Mercedes-Benz owners have provided me with a special offer for my subscribers. Join up now and you can get 6 months blue online membership absolutely free. Simply go to the following link on screen now and add the promo code MB6Hertz in the promo code area. Fill in your details and you're all signed up. The blue membership is only £30 per year, but you can also upgrade to the silver membership, which gives you a printed copy of the magazine posted out to you each month for just £55 a year. So check out the link on screen now to take advantage of this great offer. So back to the video. We now need to remove the outer wing mirror housing so we can replace the existing indicator unit. Check my separate how-to video with details on how you do this. This is the wing mirror housing removed from the car. In this case it's a 2011 CLS. Now the indicator unit is held on with 2x T10 torque bits, which will need to be unscrewed. As I mentioned, this kit also includes a mini tool to do this. However, I always prefer to use my own tools for each job. Carefully unscrew both of these and make sure that you keep the screws safe. With the screws removed, have a good look at what's holding them in place. First, you have this rubber connector which is easily detached from the housing, and then also a couple of plastic clips which you'll need to press a screwdriver to them to allow you to detach the indicator unit fully. After you've pushed the plastic clips out of the way, the indicator will be mostly detached. However, you should notice that one side is still firmly in place. This is the tricky part of the job. Flip over the entire unit so you can see the lens. Now notice that this central part of the housing, which fits between the two visible parts of the indicator, now this section is glued into place and you'll need to use the supplied plastic trim removal tool to separate them both. Carefully use the tool to wedge them apart. Note that the indicator section will need to pivot once you've unstuck it with the tool. Next, you'll carefully need to manhandle the lens out of the surround as it's unglued and free. The unit is now free of the housing. Check out both indicator units side by side. For an aftermarket unit, it's pretty good quality, wouldn't you say? Okay, so it's now time to start fitting the new indicator. Please note that the very end of the indicator unit needs to tuck in and over the very edge of the wing mirror housing. This will allow you to pivot it into place. Just make sure that the glue is detached both parts correctly. It should still be sticky enough for you to use. If not, apply some fresh, weatherproof trim glue to ensure that you have no issues in future. Unlike removing the wing mirror cover, refitting it is extremely easy. It simply clicks into place with a firm whack. With everything back in place, this modification is now complete. Let's see how the transformation looks once on the car. Now I hope you found this video useful. It's definitely a modification which is both worthwhile, will update the look of your car, and is relatively easy to install. So if you enjoyed this video and you found it interesting, please give it a like, it does help the channel grow, and if you haven't done already, consider clicking on that subscribe button with bell icon so you're notified as soon as I upload any new videos and content. As always, thanks a lot for watching, until next time, cheers.